Hi, my name's Mandy. Welcome to day 4 of our 7 days of yoga with a standing and a seated flow today. So we're going to start some sun salutations with some side bends. And we've got a little bit of a nice side bend through our downward dog as well. So feet are hip width apart. Can you stretch your toes out so you get a little bit of space between each of your toes? Bringing your arms all the way up, so arms by your ears. Go nice and tall, so no back bend, ribs are down. And imagine you're holding a beach ball, so lift it up and over to one side, take a breath in. Come up to center, lift it up and over to the other side, taking a breath in. Come back up to center, circle your arms around behind you, slowly rolling over and down. Come down to a forward bend. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that your hands comfortably reach the floor. Doesn't matter if your legs aren't straight. From here, right leg lunges all the way back, and then left leg steps all the way back. So either here in a plank with me or come down to hands and knees. Actively push the floor away. Reach through your head, tailbone, heels. Bring your knees, chin, chest all the way down, slide through. Shoulders roll back and down. We're going to do 3 moving cobras. So hands press down, pull back. Peel your head, your chest up, and then melt back down. For 2, you're just lifting and lowering to your range that's comfortable. We'll do 1 more. So lower back down, toes tuck, push back, hands and knees, downward dog or your child's pose. Stretch your fingers out if you're doing downward dog. Send your hips up and back. Take a breath here. So feel like you're pushing the floor away. Knees are bent. Then bend your knees a lot as if you're going to spring or jump forwards. And turn your feet to the right edge of your mat. So you should get really good stretch down your right side. Take a breath in. Come back to center and the other side. So turn your feet to the left long edge of the mat. Taking that breath into your left side. So come back to center. Right foot steps up to your hands. Left foot steps up to your hands. Slowly roll back up. Bring your arms all the way up by your ears. Again, no back bend just yet. So taking your arms up and over, your body up and over to one side. Take a breath in. Come up to center, up and over to the other side. Taking that breath in. So come back to center. Add in a standing back bend. So lift your chin and your chest. Grow tall. Circle your arms down and round. Rolling over and down back through our forward bend. So take a breath. Left leg steps back. Right leg steps back. Box or planks. Again, actively push the floor away, whichever option you're in. Knees, chin, chest, lower down. Slide through. Shoulders roll back and down. Do those 3 moving cobras. The hands press down and pull in. Peel your chest up. And then roll back down. 2 more. So peel back up. Keep pulling your hands back. Elbows tucking in if you can. 1 more. That's it, rolling back down. Toes tuck under, push back. Come back to hands and knees, your child's pose, or again, if you're in downward dog, fingers stretched out, hips go all the way up and back. Take a breath here, push the floor away. And then turn your feet to the left side of your mat, bending your knees a lot, taking the breath into your left side. Come back to center. Turn your feet to the right edge of your mat, knees are bent a lot, breath in. Stand out, come back to center. Left foot steps up to your hands. Right foot steps up to your hands. Slowly roll back up. Arms come all the way back up by your ears. Go nice and tall, neutral spine. So no back bend. Bring your hands down through prayer if you want to, so they can be here. We're going to come into a single leg mountain pose. If you're a little bit wobbly, maybe keep your hands in prayer here. So you're going to peel your right knee all the way up, keeping your back long and flat. And then maybe take your arms all the way back up. Find a spot that doesn't move to stare at. And then right leg steps back. We're coming into our warrior 2. So your front heel pretty much lines up with your instep on the back foot. So bringing your arms round to shoulder level. Reaching out through your fingertips. Hips, ribs, head feel like they're stacking. Take a breath here. And we're going to come into our humble warrior. So clasp your hands behind you, shoulders roll back and down. Slightly turn your hips, so your hips feel like they're pointing to the top corner of your mat. We're going to hinge forwards. Try not to rest your chest on your thigh, but you can if you need to. As if your left ear is coming down to your left ankle. And then feel like you're lifting your knuckles up to the ceiling, over your head. Keep that left hip tucking in. Release your hands. Just straighten yourself out into a low lunge. And then slowly come all the way back up to standing. So grow nice and tall. Lift. Slowly lift the right knee back up. We come back up to our standing mountain pose. Reach your arms all the way up, or keep them in prayer. Circle your foot. Circle the other way. So placing the right foot down, circle your arms around. Come back to that nice basic standard mountain pose. So heels, hips, shoulders, earlobes stacking, lifting your arms up. And then slowly peel your left leg up. So come through our flow on the second side. Hands in prayer. Remember if that's feel better, more stable. Then you're going to step your left leg all the way back into our warrior two. So again, your front heel pretty much lines up with the instep on the back foot. Grow tall. Arms come out to shoulder level. Feel like you're reaching back as well as reaching forwards. Hips, ribs, head feel like they're stacking. So into your humble warrior. So when you interlink your hands behind you this time, can you interlink them with the other finger on front so the odd way, it feels the wrong way. Shoulders roll back and down. Turn your hips just that little bit to that top corner of the mat. And then feel like you're hinging forwards. Try to avoid resting your chest on your leg, but if you need to, you get there, you can do. Right hip feels like it's tucking in. Lift your knuckles to the ceiling. Imagine your right ear coming in line with the right ankle. So release your hands. Just straighten out so you come into that low lunge. Coming forward to the top of the mat with the left foot. So you can roll all the way back up to a mountain pose. Arms lift all the way back up by your ears or keep them in prayer. Come back to our single leg mountain. So left knee slowly lifts all the way up. Good work. Taking a breath or two, circle your foot. And circle the other way. Bringing your foot down. So keep the arms lifted. We're going to add in our falling angel. So this is a bit of a wobbly balance. So take your gaze to the ceiling. So you can stay here, both feet flat down, or if you feel fairly stable, give it a go maybe. Lift your heels. Keep reaching through your head, your fingertips. Pressing into the big toes. So bringing your heels down, bringing your arms down. Coming down into our chair pose. So this is our yogi squat. So sit your hips back behind you. Pausing about halfway. Lengthen through your back. Chest feels like it's lifted. Then we're going to keep coming all the way down into our deep squat. So if this is your maximum range, stay here for a couple more breaths. Otherwise, maybe widen your feet, turn your toes out. Keep sinking your hips all the way down. Heels lifted, or maybe not. And bringing your hands around behind you. We're going to come down onto the mat. Lengthen out through your legs, grow nice and tall. So we're going to coming into our staff pose to start with. So lift up through your back. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Imagine you've got a brick wall behind your back, so your back feels long and flat. Keeping your right leg straight. Bring the left leg in. We're going to come into a twist round to our left side. So left knee stays opening out to the side. Bring the left arm round behind you. Right hand's going to press the left knee down, looking over your left shoulder. Keep feeling like you're growing tall. And we're going to add in our rotated forward bend stretch. So you can bend your right knee if that feels more comfortable. Right hand stays where it is, pushing the left knee down. You're going to take your left arm over your head, so bicep by your ear, reaching for your right toes, looking for the ceiling underneath your arm. Keep pressing the left knee down. Keep reaching through the left fingers. And then sweep the left arm all the way round behind you, so it plants back round behind you. We're going to lift our hips up. So right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you lift up onto that left knee, reaching that right arm up and back. Feel like you're pressing your hips up and forward. So it's kind of like a baby wild thing, maybe. Stargazer pose as well. Slowly lower all the way back down. Straighten out through both legs and we switch sides. So right leg tucks in. So we're going to come into that twist. So left hand's going to press the right knee down, right hand behind you. Grow tall, look over your right shoulder. And we're going to add in that side bend. So remember, you can bend your left knee if that feels more comfortable. So if it's really tight through your back and your hips, try bending your left knee. Right arm's going to reach over your head for your toes. Try looking for the ceiling underneath your arm. Keep pressing right leg down, reaching through the right fingers. So then we add in that back bend. So right hand comes all the way back round behind you. Left arm reaches to the ceiling. Again, maybe stay here. Otherwise, lift your hips. We lift up to our right knee. Press your hips up. Take the right arm back behind you. So it's that stargazer, baby wild thing. And so slowly lower all the way back down. We come back to our staff pose. So both legs are lengthened, softer to the knees, so that's better. Lift up through your back. So you're feeling like your hips, your ribs, your head in line, chin tucking in. And come into a forward bend over your legs. Round your back as if your head's coming to your knees. And then slowly lift all the way back up. Come back to centre. And that's it. You're done for today's flow. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope that was good. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again for day 5.